Hello everybody, it's G-Bear Homesteading the Desert with an update here on August 23rd, 2018. What you're looking at right now is wind gusts at 23, sustained at 18. So it's 92 degrees, 16% humidity. The temperature and the humidity have been cooperating, making it a decent work environment, but the wind has not. But what I did today was I got prepared. So when I get up tomorrow and the wind is laid down, what you're looking at on the trailer there, underneath the 4 barrels I just picked up. And by the way, Patty, one of my neighbors and followers on the YouTube channel, one of these barrels is yours. And you just have to stop by and pick it up. And I kept them strapped down because of the wind. I didn't want to be chasing these things across the desert. Underneath there are 5 sheets of the plywood that's going to be the flooring for my room addition. And underneath those are the 4x4s that will be the supports for the garage door shed roof that's going to go off the side of the container. And then inside the unit here, I've got some 2x3s and 2x4s. The 2x3s will end up being the ledger that's going to fasten to the top of the container that the top of the garage door will be anchored on. And that'll come down to the 4x4s, 3 of them in the ground. And the 2x4s will go across as sort of a header across the 3 front beams for a little bit more support on the front side, because I'm actually going to end up having to get on top of that and roll some 80-pound composition roll out. I hope you all can hear me. I've got my wind microphone on, but this wind is really gusting pretty good. Anyway, another thing I did do today here was I ended up drilling a hole through the footing and got my water line run underneath there that comes up into the wall, and where I put that coupler right there, that will come off later and there'll be a T put in there, and then I'll stub out of the wall with a hose bib. So I'll have a hose connection on the front side of the cabin here. I've got one on the back side over there. Now the one on the back side is gravity feed only. This one on the front side will actually be connected to the pump inside the cabin. So I'll have pressurized water out front here. So if I have to do things like wash the van or something like that and I need water pressure, I've got it. All right. Now, they'll still come up to the laundry. All I have to do is hook my ATV to this, and this is on a skid, so I can slide it away so I can get my work done. I already pulled one of the bolt down blocks out from over there, because that's where the first sheet of the flooring, the subflooring, is going to go, is that way. I was contemplating running them lengthways this way, and then I realized, no, I want to leave the short pieces on that end, so I have to put 2 more blocks in over there. I want the short pieces on that end so that I can just temporarily fasten those down with a couple of screws, so when I get my shower, I can lift those panels so that I can get to the drain and adjust the drain to exactly where I need it. So that's my plan for now. So basically what's going to happen is these 2 boards, I'm just going to leave them there. They're not going to hurt anything. I got to add 2 in over there so that everything is on, all the short pieces will be on that end. And all the full pieces will be on this end. Those 2 pieces there will get cut down to size and added over there, so that the full sheet will go this way, and then I'll have the short pieces there, 4 of them, which will be 2 foot by 4 foot, that will go along there. And using a 2x6 for under the seam of where I'm going to join those boards is the best way that I can seal them, because as you see, these boards are tongue and groove on the long sides. So this is the groove side, the other side is the tongue side. But the ends of them are butt joints. So putting a butt joint over a 2x6 instead of over a 2x4 gives me a better seal joint. And I will run a bead of construction adhesive between the two. So when I put them together, those two seams will really be bound together and I don't have to worry about little critters like ants and stuff crawling up in between them. I also usually like to put a run of waterproof glue in the groove side and then force the tongue into that. It also acts sort of as a lubricant when I'm slamming it together, and once it dries, it locks these together as a solid sheet, so I don't have to worry about little critters coming up from underneath my floor. All right, that's all there is for it today, people. This wind is really gusting. First thing tomorrow, I've got to go out and start transferring some water. That's why this is all set up on my little cart here. The chickens need to have water added over there, so I got to get down there and add water to them. I did go into my garden house and water everything and soaked it down really good this morning. And I also planted some other herbs in the pots with the other trees. The herbs could grow as a ground cover at the base, and it won't hurt anything. It actually will help hold moisture down in the soil as the trees keep doing their thing. All right, I've also been inside of my little garden house here and checking my wood flooring. I don't have enough of the lighter colored wood flooring I want to use inside the cabin, so I'm not going to do that. I'll use the light color I have in there. I only have 43 square feet. That'll go in the bathroom when I set up the bathroom. So I'll have a nice floor in there to walk in barefooted and so forth. Well, of course, I have to walk in barefooted. I'm bare. The only feet I have are bear's feet. All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody. We're enjoying some clear skies out here. Humidity's down, way down. It's feeling a lot better. I'm happy I'm going to be able to get some work done. G-Bear signing off.